All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of
Dog
Dog Talk
Talk
Sports.
Sports. Oh,
It has been a minute here, ladies and gentlemen.
we are
Um,
so back, baby. We are so back.
we are back. We had
Our
our
off season. It was
we
our
had
off
our
season.
yeah, we you know what? In all fairness, we had our off season. That time between, February,
Super
all this,
Bowl.
yeah.
We had the Dog Talk Sports Awards. Ended the season with that. Super Bowl happened. And you know what? You got to take a little breather, reset, recalibrate. And
Yep.
now we are kicking off right now.
Yep, the off season for us has officially ended. Um, like Pete said, it probably was needed. Like that was such an insane finale that we had with that those awards. It was just such an epic show that like I almost felt like I need to relax for a little bit. And it's funny, like we at the beginning of every week in our dog talk chat, we usually go, we podding this week? We podding? What are we doing? We podding?
Radio
We
silence.
were radio silent for over a month. And then I was like, all right, free agency's rolling around. Let's get back into it. That's pretty much going to be the main theme of today's episode is NFL free agency is the start of our new league year here, not only for the NFL, but for Dog Talk Sports. And there's so much to talk about. So much to talk about. It's not
So
even
much
funny.
to unpack.
So much to unpack for both of our respective teams. We're going to be giving out grades. What's the grade, our free agency grade so far through 5 days with all the big waves and all the big signings already kind of done. They're sprinkling it in here and there a little bit. The Giants have been signing like a lot of little players here and there over the last 2 days. A lot of their big moves have already happened, but we have to start the show with some of the craziest shit that I have ever seen or experienced as a football fan. The Las Vegas Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens had a trade in place to send Max Crosby to the Ravens for two first round picks. The deal was agreed upon. It was announced. Max Crosby announced it himself on his podcast and was in the Ravens building
Said his
and
goodbyes.
said his goodbyes, said everything. And all of a sudden, we get this notice that the Raiders have announced that the Ravens have backed out of the trade because it was during the legal tampering period where nothing became official until Wednesday, this past Wednesday. And they backed out before it became official. And it was pretty much an unwritten rule,
Unprecedented.
unprecedented. It is an unwritten rule that you don't break, and the Ravens broke it, and it sent shockwaves throughout the NFL world. And I'm definitely going to say my piece on it, but I want to let Pete have the floor here for a bit to kind of give me what he was going through as a Raiders fan. I'm sure it was a roller coaster to even like have to go through all that. I don't even know what it's like to be you right now. I mean, to be in your position with Fernando on the horizon, with all this cap space, operating as if you had all this cap space, and then still holding on to Max Crosby, even though you thought you traded him. What is going on right now? What has been going on in the life of a Raider fan this past week?
So, as you can clearly see, I am repping the 98, the Crosby. I was going to rep this regardless because either way, it was either going to be a celebration of a career, but now
Correct.
it is the rejuvenation of a career
Yeah, because
in
he's probably
silver
staying
and
now.
black.
He's probably staying.
So, first things first, I come on this podcast week after week touting from the skies. You can check the receipts in the chats. I swore on everything that Max Crosby would never be traded. It's never going to happen. Now, let's rewind a week ago, around this exact time. I noticed my phone is exploding with messages. And now, mind you, I'm like, you know what? I I've been on my phone all day with work. I'm gonna put my phone down. I sit with Steph. We're enjoying some time at the dining room table, doing a nice puzzle, having some nice family time. I go back to my phone, and no exaggeration, there's probably about 70 messages on my boom, 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 boom. Oh my God, Pete, I told you, boom, boom, boom. Oh my, boom, 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 Pete, how do you, boom, boom. Max Crosby traded to the Baltimore Ravens for the 2026 first round pick and the 2027 first round pick. Just, all right, stunned shock. Now, as a Raiders fan, been through this a couple times. Khalil Mack traded in his prime to the Chicago Bears. Um, just watching the fall apart of Derek Carr getting jettisoned out.
Amari
Um,
Cooper,
Mari Cooper,
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs. I mean, the Antonio Brown saga, Devontae Adams,
Oh my God. We could make a book.
Gruden getting kicked out of the league, Henry Ruggs.
Oh my
I'm
God.
just, it's nothing new. But so now I'm like, all right, I appreciate the player. Max Crosby, heart and soul of the Raiders organization. Unhappy for quite some time with the direction, which I get it. When you're a part of a losing culture or franchise, it just beats you down. And Max Crosby is the first in the building and the last to leave. I'm sure it weighed on him. Now,
Oh yeah.
behind closed doors, he let them know that, hey, I'm not happy here anymore. I would like to be moved. In the public eye, he didn't say anything. He just, I'm a Raider and this is what it is, and I'm just going to keep moving forward. Raiders did right by him. They found someone who was going to meet the asking price, but bam, make the trade done. So now, in my head, we already had the second most cap space going into free agency. Free agency was opening up, and I was like, all right, let's see, let's see what we do. And let me tell you, Mr. John Spytek and Tom Brady, and our new, because we haven't touched on that, our new head coach, Clint Kubiak, just
Which
that,
it's so funny. That's felt like an afterthought.
yeah, like that's like that happened. It's it's that Leonardo DiCaprio meme where fun coupons just boom, 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 just shelling out dolo all around, solidifying the defense. Two two top linebackers, adding defensive ends, re-signing a cornerback, re-signing the top offensive lineman in free agency, slamming out a monster contract for him, doing all these things. I'm like, we are so back. And then to find out Max gets traded, and then I'm like, boom, the cap space rises $30 million more, just blowing everybody away, just slamming out these contracts. Sunday rolls around. The record skips. Or it was even Monday, I think. What is it?
It was Tuesday night.
Okay. So Max is in Baltimore doing physical run through. He's there with his family, shaking hands. And then all of a sudden, the Raiders post on social media, the Baltimore Ravens have backed out of the trade. We are not going to talk about this at any further, any detail. Like, what shockwaves, right? It's like, wait a minute. What does that what does that mean? Like Max is back? Like, or what are we? And then it's leaking out, oh, he failed his physical, all of this stuff. Now, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that, yeah, public knowledge, Max Crosby 8 weeks ago posted a photograph of him in a hospital bed with his knee bandaged up all the way to his fucking quad, flexing his balls off. That, yeah, he had a meniscus surgery. This is public knowledge. No, like 8 weeks ago.
Mhm.
Dude just got off of crutches last week. So, of course, he's not probably going to pass a normal physical. Like, there's limitations right now. It's a 6 month recovery. Now, the league is chirping away that the Ravens got cold feet at the 11th hour before the league went official. And so basically, the Ravens were looking for a pass rusher going into free agency. Um, Daniil Hunter signed a massive contract. I think for like $40 million a year. Trey Hendrickson was saw that, and he was top defensive end in
Yeah,
this
he was the
free.
best. He was arguably the best player on the market, not named Linderbaum.
And he saw that and was like, dollar sign, cha-ching. Like, I want my price is going to be 40 million. The Ravens were like, oh, we ain't sniffing 40 million. Oh, Max is available for 30 million. All right, we'll send the two first rounders. But then after that first day of free agency, everyone was like, Hendrickson, you ain't getting 40 million. And then his price went through the floor. So when the Ravens caught wind of that, they were like, oh, we can get him on the low and keep our first round picks. So while Max was in the building shaking hands and doing all this, the Ravens were on the back end putting together a deal with Trey Hendrickson. And then when they knew that was a go, pulled the plug on the Raider deal.
It's pretty low class. It's as low as you get. And this GM has a history of doing this.
Yeah. So DaCosta is a piece of shit.
He's
Now,
probably going to get blackballed if this is his last job in the league. So he better hope they win.
yeah, because owners are not happy.
Yep.
GMs are not happy. Agents are not happy. Like this,
Yeah. Good luck signing
players
free
are not
agents.
happy. Like a whole trickle down effect. The owner meetings take place at the end of this month. Someone's getting punched in the face.
Watch there be a rule instated.
It's
There may be a rule that has to be
I think
placed.
we are going to legal tampering is going to be done with.
Yeah. If I had to put a guess, either legal tampering is going to be done with or any deal agreed upon
Is
during legal tampering
boom. It's official.
is as good as official, or you lose a draft pick.
Yeah. So, with that being said now, Max
Is back.
is a Raider again. So now it's, oh my God, are they gonna trade him? The immediately every team that was involved, Bears are calling, the Cowboys are calling back. But now there's questions about him failing the physical. So now everyone's asking price is a lot lower, and the Raiders are standing firm with we still want two ones. So the next day, official league start of the season, Wednesday. Who's the first person in the building? Max fucking Crosby. He's in there doing his rehab along the way, has some conversations with family, friends, players, ownership, GM, head coach, and roughly at about 11 o'clock in the evening, fires off probably the best thing that I've ever seen as a Raiders fan. And just this fire ass Undertaker gif coming out of the fiery casket. And I quote, "Everything happens for a reason. Believe nothing you hear and half of what you see. I'm a Raider. I'm back. Run that shit." That right there has me ready to run through a wall because our defense not only got better just with the free agents that we signed, this 98 is lining up with the biggest chip on his shoulder. And former Raider Gerald McCoy, Max was texting him and got permission to give a little tidbit of what Max told him, and basically was like, "I'm coming back 200% and putting the league on notice." So Max Crosby, Defensive Player of the Year, you could probably book that right now. It's my first Raider hot take right now
Okay.
is Max Crosby Defensive Player of the Year. Um, Drafts coming up. Fernando Mendoza first overall. Raiders looking up right now. Raiders
Raiders
are
looking
looking
up.
up.
Raiders looking up.
Raiders looking up. So, I mean, I'm going to throw my free agency grade right now on the Raiders, and I'm going to say they had an A plus free agency so far. A plus off season. Signed arguably 1-2 head coach that was available in this cycle, coming off of a Super Bowl win with Seattle. All that cap space, starting to fix the offensive line with the best center in the league. Um, you got an absolute menace and computer of a quarterback about to step under center. Max Crosby with wanting to prove the world that he's the best in football at his position. Yeah.
All right. I would have to agree with you. I think the Raiders do get an A plus as well because both the Raiders and Titans came in with all the cap space, and I think the Raiders spent the cap space better than the Titans. I think Robert Saleh and Brian Daboll have spent all their money on former Jets and Giants players from losing teams. It's a
Yeah,
very
what's up with that?
it's just you know what it is. It's an ego thing. We both know those guys have egos, and they're trying to prove that it wasn't them that was at fault. It was their organizations at fault. So they're bringing in all their old players that they're familiar with. They're going to teach them. They're going to have them teach their system. But it's like, oh well, we have Cam Ward now, and we're probably going to have Jeremiah Love on the way at number 4, and we're going to start scoring some points, and we're going to start doing this, and we're going to start doing that. But let's give $100 million to Wandale Robinson and Daniel Bellinger. Like,
What are we doing
what are
here?
we doing? Like, listen, Wandale's a nice player. He's 5'8". He's a slot wide receiver. He's a wide receiver 3. And the only reason why he had that kind of production was because Malik Neighbors was hurt. He was out all year. Darius Slayton's a pile of shit. So there was no one else to even get the ball. So, and he cashed in. Good for him. They were never making that asking price. The Giants pretty much replaced him right away with Calvin Austin at a fraction of the price. They're basically the same player, except Calvin Austin's probably faster and probably a better special teams guy. I got no issue with that. But yeah, I think the Raiders have been awesome. I think the way that they've spent cap space has been awesome. I agree. I give them the A+. I think they got the right hire with Clint Kubiak. I think that was the only hire that they were ever going to make for Mr. Fernando
He
Mendoza.
he was yeah, that was the only one, and that's why like when Harbaugh went to the Giants, that was the only one that I saw that was like, okay, maybe him, maybe Davis Webb. But then when once that smoke pittered away, it was like, all right, we're just waiting here to see how far
The Seahawks go.
the
Yeah,
Seahawks
I
go.
think there was a handshake agreement because the Raiders weren't interviewing anybody after the coaching cycle for a while. Like they knew. And then the reporters eventually caught on. So, but yeah, I mean, kind of switching over to the Giants here. I'm actually going to be a little skeptical of their free agency. I understand they didn't have a lot of cap space to work with, but they did sign a lot of players with their limited cap space. They did free up an additional 15 million today by converting Brian Birds' salary to a signing bonus for this season. I thought the hire of John Harbaugh was A+. I think it's the best hire out of any team in the offseason, arguably. It's the perfect fit, and that gets an A+. Free agency so far. I know they're still talking to Wyatt Teller to try to bring him in as a guard. I know they're talking to Jawan Jennings, trying to bring him in as a wide receiver too. I would honestly give I'd give the head coaching hire an A+. I'd give their free agency grade right now like a B. I don't think they have the funds or the assets necessary to really upgrade this team through free agency, especially with the Cordell Flott debacle. I mean, they had Cordell Flott agreed to a terms, and then the Titans swooped in at the last second and convinced him to sign with them instead. And listen, I don't think Flott's this elite player, but this was a good ascending nickel corner, and he played very well for us. So that was a big loss. Their biggest move probably was re-signing Jermaine Illuminor. I mean, that was priority number one. Should have been priority number one, and he actually took a little bit of a discount because he's the number 7 ranked offensive tackle in football, and for some reason the Giants only got him at $40 million total. He is paid. He is the 14th highest paid right tackle in football, and he is the 7th highest rated right tackle in football. So love that.
He's very underrated.
He's
Former Raider.
Former Raider, very underrated. Has always been underrated. Him and Andrew Thomas were a top 3 pass blocking tackle duo. So keeping that intact was priority number 1 for Jackson Dart, and they brought him back. They were able to. The other big need was getting a linebacker, and they answered that by getting Tremaine Edmonds from the Bears, who unbelievably is still only 28 years old. Also a good value deal. You know, he was making a lot more money for the Bears, and this new contract has him making like a third less of what he was making. He fits their needs. He's an inside linebacker. He can run in coverage. He's the type of linebacker that the Giants have been looking for. I would love Sonny Styles still at number 5 to be our middle linebacker for the next 10 years. That would be awesome. But I really don't know what they're going to do at number 5, not to kind of jump around. I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, I mean, I would give them a B. I mean, they signed some pretty decent players. Like I said, Tremaine Edmonds and Jermaine Illuminor coming back. They did sign Greg Newsome. I thought that was kind of like an underrated signing, kind of a 1-year proven deal for him. He's a good corner. But a couple of the signings that weren't really talked about that I felt like were really important. I forgot this one. They brought in Isaiah Likely. They got a big time tight end in there.
He's
who's
going to be huge for the
I think
Giants.
he's gonna be huge for the Giants. He's only 25 years old. Whenever he was the tight end one, when Mark Andrews was down for Baltimore, he would average 88 yards a game. I mean,
Lamar
that's
Jackson loved him.
yeah. So a lot of Ravens players followed Harbaugh to New York. Isaiah Likely was one of them. Patrick Ricard was another. The 300-pound fullback, four-time All-Pro. He's the highest paid fullback in the league. I mean that the Giants are just going to be an old school smash mouth, run the ball 40 times a game. I mean, Patrick Ricard and Cam Scatterbo at the goal line is going to be the new tush push. It's going to be damn near automatic.
Did the
And
Giants sign Poe?
Poe?
Yeah, the Ravens mascot.
No. I was like, who the fuck is he talking about? No. Very funny. I think, but they did sign, they made two big signings for their special teams that I thought was really important. They stole their punter. They stole the Ravens punter too. He's only 25. Jordan Stout, first team All Pro, best punter in the league. So, you know what the Giants punter ranks were last year? Take a
Dead,
wild guess.
dead last.
32nd overall. You know what Jordan Stout's ranking was as the punter last year? Take a guess.
Number one.
Number one.
There you
So
go.
one can make an argument that no team has upgraded more in any particular facet of their game than the Giants have at punter.
It's phenomenal. Listen, as a team that values special teams, because
Mm,
I'm probably sure the Raiders punter was probably in the top five,
probably, probably in the
probably
top
top
five.
three.
Oh, Cole, right? Cole is his
AJ
name?
Cole.
Yeah, AJ Cole. Yeah, he's a top three punter.
Yeah.
Great punter.
So as a franchise that just values the punter position and has always had an elite punter for at least my lifespan. Good on the Giants for shoring up someone that can bomb it.
Well, and you know what? They didn't stop there with their special teams. They got in a real kicker, and they brought in Jason Saunders, the former Miami kicker. He was out all last year with a hip injury. Prior to that, he made 90% of his career field goals, and he automatically becomes the best kicker the Giants have had in quite some time. Graham Gano is now old and injury prone, and for some reason still on this roster. I don't really know why. But he's not going to be the kicker. It's going to be Jason Saunders. So we may actually have a kicker for once. So that's fun. So the Giants address their special needs big time in this free agency. So I do have to give them solid points for that. They brought in Calvin Austin, like I said, but really not getting a wide receiver two. Not that there really wasn't many to begin with, but not getting a guard is a big deal. And I know they were talking with Elijah Vera Tucker for a long time. He was the guy they wanted.
I thought that deal was going to get done, but I guess
The
something got
whole
hung
the
up.
whole league thought that deal was going to get done. It was basically done. They could not agree on the years because
I watching on NFL, I think it's CBS Sports or NFL Network. They had the list of like the tier of free agents, right, that were available, and it had like former team, new team, and when it got down to Elijah Vera Tucker, it had the Giants logo
yeah, it did.
as the new team all day, and I was like, no, there's no contract terms though. And then next thing you know, bam, he's not a Giant.
Yeah, the contract negotiations fell through. The Giants weren't willing to give him the fourth year, and the Patriots swooped in, gave him the fourth year and more money. So, and you know what? I'm going to be honest. I was very wishy-washy on it to begin with. Elijah Vera Tucker has missed 41 career games. That's a lot. He's had three consecutive season-ending injuries. He's torn both triceps. He's torn a meniscus. Just not really interested in any of that. That's why I was more than okay with them pivoting, but they haven't really pivoted yet. So they're still talking with with Teller, like I said. They're still talking with Jawan Jennings, but in my opinion, I got to give him a B. And I'm glad that Ray has joined in. He joins at the perfect time. But Pete, what's your opinion on the Giants' moves here so far?
I mean, you covered it top to bottom. I agree. The Harbaugh signing in the beginning of the year, and then just everything that they've done to put in place. Um, I would give the Giants an A. I think I think the pieces that you put in place, you brought back Illuminor, like you said. I think the likely signing is only going to help Dart get to that next level. I think if you can add a second wide receiver, I mean, besides Calvin Austin, to um, take pressure off of Neighbors coming off of the ACL, I think that'll be big. If they can get Juwan Jennings, that would be a huge feather in the cap of the New York Football Giants. But
They need a guard. We need a guard. We need a guard. I understand they brought back Evan Neal for whatever fucking crazy ass reason. And I know it's only for the vet minimum, so he's not making anything against the cap.
he's only like 26 years old. So maybe Harbaugh thinks that he
John,
can.
apparently Harbaugh sees the untapped potential. He wants to work with him and he wants to see if he could turn him into something. And as Giants fans, we've been saying all off season, in Harbaugh we trust because this guy knows how to win and we don't. So if he sees something in him and I don't, that makes me stupid. And you know what? It's only for the minimum. So it's what is it really doing? It's low risk. If he sucks, he doesn't play. Just like last year. So it is what it is. Raymond, welcome.
Mr.
Um,
Raymond Schremer,
we
welcome
have
back to the pod.
we would like your take on everything here. I'm going to catch up to speed. We discussed the Mad Max saga, as we like to call it. We discussed the Raiders free agency moves. We discussed the Giants free agency moves. Gave our grades for our teams. So I'm going to pass the ball over here to you. I want to hear what you think about the whole Mad Max saga, the Ravens being assholes, how you think the Raiders did, how you think the Giants did, and then we're going to all collectively talk about everyone's favorite green team, the New York Jets.
So I'm kind of with the Mad Max thing. I mean, I'm uh I'm I'm just I'm at a loss for words. Like how do you have Max Crosby in the building? You're pretty much giving your fan base the electricity of Max Crosby and everything that comes with it. And then you decide, "Oh, we're going to sign Trey Henderson and keep our first round picks." Like you're just spitting in the face of the league, and I genuinely hope something happens after it. Like I think I really hope the league comes down with some sort of punishment and penalizes them for something because it's just a bullshit move.
It's
Um,
low class. It's an unwritten rule that was broken.
yeah, I mean, and it's gonna cause shockwaves that are gonna reverberate in owners' meetings, and it's gonna get kicked around for a couple years, and then you're gonna see some bullshit come out about the tampering period and trades and all that. So it's not as not it's not a big deal. It is a big deal. And then the Trey Henderson move, great for the Ravens, but um, I mean, tell me you hate the Bengals more than that move. Like Trey Hendrickson just said, I'm gonna fucking ruin your team forever, or like you ruined my life and made me miserable. Now I'm gonna ruin yours. And poor Joe
So
Burrow is
Joe
just someone
Burrow.
punching air, going, "What the fuck?"
So he went from, all right, that's another thing we haven't discussed. Joe Burrow, along with myself, went through the highs and the lows of the Max Crosby trade because Joe Burrow saw that trade come over and I'm pretty sure I heard audio. I don't know if it was real or not, but it was like audio leaked from a conversation of Jamar Chase
That
and
was real. That was
okay,
real.
okay, that was real.
Can
So
confirm.
Jamar Chase and Burrow, and Burrow's like, "You fucking believe this? Crosby's a fucking Raven." Jamar Chase, what? No, don't fuck with me. Yeah, that's not real. No, that's real. So Burrow is like, well, fuck. Now I get TJ Watt twice a year. I
Miles
get,
Garrett.
I get Miles Garrett twice a year. And now I get the Condor. I get Max Crosby twice a year. Well, fuck me, right?
If I'm Joe Burrow, I'm like, hey, listen, I'm gonna twist my ankle day one unless you trade me to out of this division.
Oh my
It's just gonna
God.
ruin his career. I mean, he's always gonna go down as like this what if because he's never gonna be able to with the Swiss cheese line they put in front of him.
I think he's got it figured out though, because I think he's figured out that, you know what, come come August through January, life is gonna suck. So where do we see old Burrow? Burrow's at the blackjack table with Jessica Alba, just living his life. Mane of hair just flowing. My dude is going through it this off season, but he is, you know what, picked up a 40 plus old baddie in Jessica Alba. So you know what?
Yeah, I mean he's just somewhere just staring at the ceiling at night going, why me? But yeah, so that's my feelings on the Max Scott on the Baltimore Ravens situation. Just
But now I went on the record and said Max Crosby would never be traded.
uh
And I know after I had
I
the 70
refuse
met.
I refuse to rescind my statement
Yeah, I'm definitely not refusing
does
because he
this
was traded.
because I would
does
need my hands, both of them. I would need Zach's hands and your hands to count of all the times I fucking heard he's a Raider.
he's a
He's a
Raider for life?
Raider.
But guess what?
Just
He's a
remember, Pete was saying the same exact thing when the whole Devontae Adams saga was going on.
Yeah, every time. Every
he's a
time. There
guess
was a period of
guess
time where
what?
he was convinced Arch Manning was gonna be a Raider. I
Raider Raider for life.
Arch Manning's either going to be a Dolphin or a Jet.
yes, fact.
Now, it's written in the stars. He's going to wind up an Arizona Cardinal throwing to Marvin Harrison Jr.
A Manning
Anyway,
to Harrison.
Yeah.
Oh,
moving on from
Lord.
that ridiculous statement.
Well, I mean, the Cardinals are going to probably be the worst team. So, but anyway, continue.
Yeah, so my feelings on the Raiders free agent signings. I'm at a C plus. I'm not impressed by absolutely any of their moves.
Wow.
It's literally just a bunch of band-aids where there was enough talent out there that you should have been able to pull in and make a real splash, and you didn't do jack shit. Like Jalen Naylor, we're gonna sit here and we're gonna do backflips because you have Jalen Naylor.
They, all right, let him finish.
I'm just not impressed by anything. I mean, there was bigger talent out there, and you're signing guys that are not proven, injury histories, like in the division where you're facing the Denver Broncos, the Chiefs, you I'm not impressed. I'm just not impressed, and I don't see a significant improvement. I mean, I know Fernando's going to come in and he's going to make a difference, right? You're not going to be the first overall pick next year. Great job. But I don't see a team that's being built for a sustainable future with what you just picked up. I
It's
don't.
it's year one.
It's not in the Raiders, it's never year one.
Yeah, but so Linderbaum
This
wasn't a
is
big
year
deal.
50 of just abysmal hell. Like
So signing the best offensive lineman in
It
the
wasn't a big move.
that was the
What?
biggest weakness of the Raiders last year.
okay, it's
Which
one
that
person on a five-man line.
yeah, I mean, listen, they need like three more Linderbaums, but you have to start somewhere.
Exactly.
But like
The
having
left
him
side
as the
of
center for
the left side
Fernando
of
is a
that
big
line,
deal.
Colton Miller, Jackson Powers Johnson, Linderbaum. The left side of that line is stacked.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay.
I'm
We've,
not
we've
impressed. I'm not impressed by it at all.
So a C plus from Raymond here.
C plus.
All right. Interesting. I mean, listen, I think Naylor is very underrated. I'm going to be honest. Whenever he
he
had
was
an
buried
opportunity,
as a wide receiver 3 on a team that had Jay Jettas and Jordan Addison.
yeah, I think he's pretty good. I think he's and that contract isn't exactly huge for him.
All
So
right,
I think
who
it's
else
a
they throwing the ball to?
well, they got to address that in the draft. It's year one. Let the Raiders cook.
Oh, okay, they had time to cook. They blew their load on day one, and then it's just like,
Well, when you have
We
120 million in cap space, that's what you have to do.
well 90 million in cap space
90. I'm
because
sorry,
30
90.
million of that was
Back to Max Crosby.
back to the Condor, baby.
yeah,
Man, getting Max Crosby back is almost like adding something at the trade deadline. You like what I did right there?
I see what you did there, and I respect it.
I mean, essentially, we traded him for 2 first round picks.
Essentially, because Baltimore saw that they lost a combined total of 9 free agents to other teams, 4 of them being the New York Football Giants, and they said, we may need those 2 first round picks."
Yeah, how can I tamper with this enough?
Yeah, we'll bring in Trey and we'll keep our picks.
Yeah,
Max was in the building with his family,
It's so
shaking
crazy.
hands and like
Meeting the coaching staff, meeting the players. That's
Daniel
insane.
Jones passed his physical,
Well, yeah, of course.
and Max
Well,
didn't.
there's no such
Guess
thing.
what?
You don't
Trey
fail
Hendrickson pa-
physicals.
Trey Hendrickson passed his physical, and he had arguably
Yeah, muscle core surgery.
a core muscle surgery, which is arguably harder to pass the physical.
You don't. There's no such thing as failed physicals in the NFL. It's
No,
not a thing.
yeah, it's not a thing.
So, um,
Back to the Giants. I am at a B plus.
all right, I was at a B. So tell me you're a B plus.
Yeah, I'm at a B plus. I mean,
And Pete was at an A for the Giants.
it's it's good. Like we did a lot, but I agree. I was at like an A minus, but you swung me with you do need a guard. Like we need a guard. The Evan Neal signing is like again, I was punching air. You guys saw my reaction to it, and I was just like what the fuck are we doing? Like why him? This is the piece of garbage that basically said fuck y'all fans. Like he should not be re-signed just for that alone. Like do we not remember the Dom LaGreca rant of all time?
Oh, listen,
Against him?
we were here, but Harbaugh wasn't here for that. So this is him taking over, and
Yeah, well, I remember it.
I listen. I
And
remember it too, but who
I
cares about
I hope
football?
I hope Evan Neal snaps his ankle walking to Walmart to greet
Bro,
people.
if he turns Evan Neal even to an okay guard, build him a statue immediately.
Yeah, I mean yes, but I mean they did some great things. Like the fullback move with Patrick Ricard is just makes me
Underrated.
salivate at just the thought of that those two Mongols just bashing the ball down for like third and one isn't scary anymore. For the
No,
first time in since the Brandon Jacobs era.
Ricard Scattaboo at the goal line or 3rd and 1 and 4th and inches is going to
It's
be the new
just
push push.
it's nightmare fuel.
Yeah, it's going to be the new tush push. It's going to be the new guarantee.
Yeah. So that's fun. The likely signing, like I'm listen, I'm like I I was never impressed by Isaiah Likely because he's not, he was always overshadowed by Mark Andrews. Do I love what they can do with him now, with him and Theo Johnson lining up in a twin tight end sets? You can unlock that like Kansas City Chiefs style play. I think that's going to be awesome. They filled a couple big holes. The wide receiver thing, I was like punching in the air again about not getting Mike Evans because that to me was just was like that was the key. Like if we had
Bro,
Mike
I didn't
Evans,
want Mike Evans, but go ahead.
yeah, it could, but it's just the thought of like a prime Mike Evans having a Mike Evans season as a wide receiver two in New
Yeah,
York is just
He's not prime
he's
anymore,
not
though.
prime anymore.
oh, listen, when the San Francisco 49er practice facility electromagnetic field gets to him,
Oh,
which
we all
it
know.
looks like
Listen,
it already has.
he's pulled pork. We know that
Yeah,
his hamstrings pulled pork.
it's
So
done.
I'm really stupid and I live under a rock sometimes. I've seen all these memes about electrical substations in the 49ers. So someone fill me in, please. Like,
It's a conspiracy theory that there's a substation next to the training facility.
Well, there is.
Well, there is an actual thing, and they
okay.
feel like the electromagnetic waves emanating from there are actually deteriorating the muscle ligaments in the player's body.
It affects your muscles or whatever, and it creates a higher likelihood of
Injury.
injury for soft tissues.
Maybe
Hence why
that's
the
why they're hurt every
49ers was
year.
a medical ward
It,
last year.
exactly. So the thing was, I saw an interview with George Kittle, and this was before Kittle went down with his injury this year.
Hmm.
That they, so the practice facility on the hill is the substation where they could see it, and there's trees lined up in front of it. And year round, the trees were always dead because of whatever
Oh
uh,
boy.
Yeah.
electromagnetic currents. And then they pointed it out, and then conveniently all the trees got cut down. They sawed them down so that you wouldn't notice that the trees were dead
Around, yeah, year
year
round in that
round.
one little area.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some sort of infomercial, and it's like, are you a victim of mesothelioma? It's going to be, were you a 49er player by an electromagnetic substation? Call this 1-800 number.
So it's either that conspiracy theory or my favorite one that Christian McCaffrey has a bloodletting ceremony every Monday and uses that blood to keep himself healthy while other players
Oh, listen,
sacrifice themselves.
he does shut his, he rips his Wi-Fi out when he goes to bed because the Wi-Fi
I now keep
affects.
I listen, I it's funny you say that. I now keep my phone at least 3 feet away from me and I sleep a whole lot better. Just saying.
I don't sleep, so
Well,
Sleep
yeah.
on my phone.
so yeah, so yeah, just the thought of like a prime Mike Evans in Giants blue having a 1,000 yard season was just fun. But I I'm the Calvin Austin signing is growing on me. Um, but we still need
You
we
need
need
somebody else.
yeah, like as much as Caleb Downs seems like the pick right now.
It's
Like
not. His stock is falling now.
yeah, it's
His
which great. I hope it
yeah.
plummets.
His measurables aren't good.
Yeah.
So
Uh, the thought of Carnell Tate opposite Malik Neighbors is really like that needs to
You need
happen.
a listen. I think you need to draft a wide receiver because you don't know what Malik Neighbors is going to be like coming off of ACL. Just saying.
no, you don't. And listen, I know this is off topic. Today's March 13th, Friday the 13th. I'm telling everybody right now. I want everyone to listen to this and listen to it good. If Jeremiah Love is there at 5,
Oh
he
God.
will be
Oh boy.
he will be a giant.
Oh boy.
As much as I do not want a running back that high ever again, if he is there at 5 because the Titans decide to, for whatever reason, not take Jeremiah Love to go behind Cam Ward, he's going to be a giant. He will be picked at number 4 or number 5 in this draft. He will not leave the top 5. So I would like the Titans to do the right thing and pick Jeremiah Love. Because I would like Carnell Tate or get me the guard from Penn State.
Oh, dude, that guy. All right, so when the Raiders had pick 14 for a whole 4 days, that was the guy that we were drafting because that guy is a mauler.
Yep.
6'4", 330, just eating people.
Yeah. I either want Cardell Tate, I want him, or Sonny Styles.
Yeah,
I don't want anybody else.
Vega, whatever. That
Yeah,
yeah,
just some big ass scary Samoan. That's what I want.
dog.
But continue. I just wanted to throw that little tidbit.
Yeah, I mean that's really all I got. Like there's some glaring weaknesses that still need to be plugged in for the Giants to really be a Super Bowl contender.
Well, I
Um,
don't think the plan for this year is Super Bowl contender. I think the plan for this year is to win some fucking games. John Harbaugh wants to come in and make the playoffs.
Look at Ray throwing the Super Bowl banner up in
I know it's a
MetLife
little
already.
wild.
listen,
I listen. I love this.
I told you that like as the season has progressed from the absolute devastation of coming off last season, that I'm in. I told everybody I was a few moves away to being all in back in blue.
Listen, if Jackson Dart becomes the MVP of the league this year, then sure, I'll say Super Bowl contention. But
I
I'm
mean,
nowhere close to there yet.
realistically, I just want to have fun. I want Jackson
Or-
Dart, Cam Scatterboo,
Well,
and
we were
Malik
having fun
Willis.
last year until Cam Scatterboo got illegally hip drop tackled by the scumbags in Philly. So because
Oh,
they were mad
can
that he
can
dropped
we
three
talk about
touchdowns and
can we
300
talk
yards
about
on him.
the fall of Philadelphia? My God.
I don't know. That roster is still pretty stacked,
yeah,
but
they haven't fallen to the
too
ground.
far.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't fallen too far. They're not
Their
Washington.
their
So
defense is decimated.
Yeah. And guess who they lost? N'Kobe Dean. Oh, he's a piece of shit, right?
Reed Blankenship.
Reed Blankenship hurt. I think that hurt them a little bit. But that's still a really talented team. But before we get to the Jets, we'll touch on some other significant free agency signings that are worthy of discussion. Ray mentioned one of them already. Danny Jones back with the Indianapolis Colts on a 2-year deal, 88 million guaranteed, or no, 2 years, $88 million, $44 million a year.
The man needs to go
Um,
to jail for fucking felony larceny.
I need his agent. His agent
He
is phenomenal.
he has robbed so many people at this point. It is
Listen, he
bonkers.
probably called up Kirk Cousins and was like, yo, Kirk, how do you do it, man?
Yeah, yep. I mean, but before that, literally the second minute of the legal tampering period at 12:02, because I was locked in on my phone in my office at work because there was fuck all, no one there to do
I was
anything.
gonna say kudos to you for free agency day because you were better than Schefter that day. Like
Thank you. You know what? I tried to be on it as much as I could. Because I wasn't going to put every single one in there because that's ridiculous. But I was actually I wanted to make sure I put all the ones that were
that
noteworthy in there. So Alec Pierce signing the biggest free agent contract for a wide receiver in NFL history. 4 years, 112 million, 116 million,
116.
116, 29 million a year. Listen, he's a pretty good player. And he actually turned down more money. The Patriots were willing to offer him more. He leads the league in yards per catch. So he's an interesting player. He's definitely their wide receiver too. He's very, very young. The Colts are trying to win. The Colts are trying to run it back because in their minds, they feel like they should have went to the playoffs with a healthy Daniel Jones. So
They
that's
should
why
have. They were there. They were there.
yeah, they were there. They were 8-1. So it is a wild fall for them, but they're trying to get right back. So those were two big signings for the Colts. Kyler Murray to the Vikings for the vet minimum. Apparently he will compete for the starting job with JJ. Translation, he's the starter. And the JJ McCarthy era is pretty much over in Minnesota. Tua Tagovailoa to Atlanta for the vet minimum to create an all lefty quarterback room and an all hospital first team all pro.
Miami Dolphins need to be studied.
Yeah, the Miami Dolphins cut Tua and taking on $99 million in dead cap, which is
$99 million to not play.
to not play.
Say fuck you to a person more. I'm gonna pay you $99 million to go fuck off somewhere else.
Yeah, crazy. Jalen Phillips was a big one. He went to the Panthers.
Yeah.
Everyone thought the Eagles were going to re-sign him, but the Panthers swiped him. So that was actually a decent loss on the edge for Philly. That was a big contract that was given out. Daniil Hunter, we mentioned earlier, he got a $40 million a year extension. Um,
Brees Hall tagged.
Brees Hall was tagged.
Kenneth Walker is a Chief.
That's right. I'm trying to remember everything. Kenneth Walker to the Chiefs, which was pretty much the worst kept secret.
Yeah.
Wan'Dale Robinson took a $80 million deal with the Titans, also the worst kept secret. There were some big deals. There weren't like too many like jaw droppers. Trey Hendrickson.
Old Romeo Dobbs and his giant ass helmet up in New England now.
Yeah, he got paid a lot of money. Elijah Vera Tucker to the Patriots for a lot of money for a player that doesn't play. Um, yeah, there were some interesting
Malik
moves
Willis, 3 years, 67 million
for
to
the
go
Dolphins
for the Dolphins.
to ensure Arch Manning. The
I
March for Arch.
I don't know. You know who delivers first overall picks is Geno Smith.
Geno Smith traded to the Jets. The Raiders will eat most of the contract. And that's actually a great transition. So let's get into the Jets here. I actually have it pulled up. They have signed a lot of players. And the significant trades were getting Geno Smith, getting Minka Fitzpatrick for cents on the dollar.
Huge trade. Man,
Huge trade.
Yeah, Miami was like, all right, we really need Arch, so let's just really.
They got the Tavondre Sweat from the Titans for the Jermaine Johnson swap. He's a good defense tackle. And they just went ham on defense. They saw the Jets GM said, we need defenders because this defense stinks. So they got a really good edge rusher in Joseph Asai, really underrated player. They got Demario Davis back with the Jets. I think he's going to provide a locker room leadership that is necessary.
Yeah.
They brought in Nashawn Wright, which, in my opinion, is their best underrated signing because he was a really good corner for the Bears. And the Bears have lost 5 defensive backs this free agency, so we know what they're doing in the draft. They unfortunately replaced Nick Folk with Cade York. I think that might have been the only move that I did not like the Jets doing. Cade York is not a good kicker, and Nick Folk was really good for them. So I'm surprised that they decided to not even attempt to re-sign him. And I feel like there were other kickers out there besides Cade York, who's just not good. So interesting by them. They got Dane Belton, good safety from the Giants. They brought back their fullback. They brought back one of the, Max Mitchell, who was a decent tackle for them. They brought in a lot of players, mostly defense, to kind of help reshape it. I would give the Jets an A for their free agency. I think they filled a lot of holes. I think they got a really good general manager. I just think their coach is terrible. So we'll see what the coach does with this influx of talent that
Fired by week 6.
Yeah, he'll be gone by week 6, and Frank Reich will take over, and they'll ensure the march for Arch. And it's already been confirmed that the Mannings will not pull an Eli. Like wherever he goes, number 1, he is going to play. And they would not stop the Jets from taking him because
Imagine Arch though. I'm not gonna come out this year because I'm gonna wind up a Jet. So
listen, he could stay for his senior year. The one time the Jets have the first, but you know what? This upcoming quarterback class is really, really good. It's not just Arch, but obviously he's the grand prize. There's going to be probably 4 quarterbacks taken in the first round in this next draft.
Yeah,
So
you're gonna have Say Moore, you're gonna have Arch. Um, who else? Who else? Who else? I mean, Trinidad Chambly, we don't know what's going to happen with that. So
Yeah, but
The guy from Oregon, did you say him?
Dante Moore, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Dante Moore,
Yeah.
another
Who is
year
now
in Oregon
being
he needs.
who's now being backed up by
You have
nobody?
to
Nope.
you have to
Dylan
re
Raiola.
Oh yeah, Dylan Raiola. Well, you
Patrick
know what?
Cole
That might
Sunday.
be an open competition.
No, it's already been it's pretty much decided already that he's backing him up. I doubt it's I mean it's obviously it's college football, so there's going to be a competition, but
Yeah.
there's no way you go from the projected second overall pick to
Back up.
yeah, backup.
Would be wild.
But yeah, so I'd give the Jets an A.
I mean, the Jet, you can only go up from where they were.
Correct.
So my only question is, are they going to get an interception this year? And how long does
One
that
would
take?
hope. One would hope.
Hopefully for them, it's the first play on defense, and they take rip a pick six and take it right to the house just to get that monkey off the back. But yeah, I'll give them. I mean, Brees Hall is not happy that he got tagged, and I loved his tweet about we spending a lot of money out here in Florham Park, New
Oh
Jersey.
Lord. He just he's just not
Couldn't
happy.
could not. I mean, I get it.
I get it.
I get it. Um, but no, the Jets hadn't. There's no choice. They couldn't let him go.
No, you couldn't let Brees Hall go. He is their offense.
Um, but
Besides Garrett Wilson, but you
that
know,
court that QB room though is gonna be.
yikes.
I listen.
Listen, that's the one way
I
to get your pick. Make
got
sure you get that first
got
pick.
got but the Raiders picked up a 6th round pick for Homie when he ain't worth anything. We were just gonna cut him, but
Geno Smith has led the league in interceptions every single year since 2023. Just to let everybody know.
wild stat
Wow.
right there.
That's a pull right there.
That's a pull. So listen, the Jets are doing exactly what they should be doing. Every Jets fan knows next year's a throwaway year. So it is what it is.
You think Tomlin comes out of retirement next year after Aaron Glenn gets fired and coaches Arch Manning?
No.
I'm sticking to my guns. I think Tomlin comes out next year, and if the Jets job is open and Arch is there, I think he takes it. That's if he
I
decides to come out of retirement. He may just stay in TV like Bill Cowher does.
I don't know. I don't think Tomlin. I
Tomlin might
think
be done. Like he might
that's
just
what
be
I'm
done
saying.
too.
Like he had a hell of a run. Like he's a Hall of Fame
Instant Hall of Famer.
coach.
But for the record, fuck the Hall of Fame. But continue.
The Hall of
Yeah,
Fame is just a joke in every major sport now. I'm sorry.
It is an absolute joke. You mean to tell me Luke Kuechly is a Hall of Famer, but fucking Eli Manning isn't?
it's a pee contest.
Yeah,
That's
it's
Disgrace.
all political. Every Hall of Fame is nothing but political, and it is what it is. But what do you think? How do you think the Jets did,
Yeah,
Ray?
I'm at an A minus. I think they did very well. You know, they capitalize on a lot of really, really good signings with like financially responsible contracts. They didn't go out and go overboard with anything. They plugged in holes and you know, I would have loved to have seen them sign a better quarterback, but in the world of scheming and saying, you know, look at this class coming out next year, let's get the bridge and go through it. Sure. But like
I mean, they have a ton of draft picks too, so
yeah.
that's that's the other thing. They got a 2, a 16, a 33, a 44.
I mean, we sit here on day 5 of free agency and there's some really interesting big names still floating around. So I'm intrigued. But yeah, so far with the Jets, I can't say, I can't make fun of a Jets fan right now and be like, oh, your life sucks. Like your expectation is absolutely bottom of the barrel anyway. So to go in, I think you're going into this year like, all right, we'll win some games.
I don't think they win any games.
No,
Dude,
no.
the Jets are trying to get the number one pick, man. Like, you don't bring in Geno to think you're actually going to compete.
I mean, Gino won a couple games for the Raiders, so
Hey, listen, he won just enough to get that number one pick.
Let's not forget
the
he did
Giants,
play well in
the
Seattle.
Giants gave us the first overall pick. So,
Well, because that's not what the Giants do. The Giants don't tank. We're above that. Fucking assholes. Just douchebags.
oh my
Anyway,
God.
yeah, so thought the Jets did well, thought the Giants did thought the Raiders did very well. A lot of moves happening. Um, trying to think what else to talk about here in terms of
Well,
free
let's
agency.
talk about the guys that are still left. Like where does Tyreek end up? Where does
Pri-
Kirko end up? Like
Prison.
All right. So quarterback wise, you got Rodgers still floating around.
He's going back to the Steelers. He's going to drag this out so he could get all those pop ratings on the Pat McAfee show. He's a jerk. He's a jerk off. He's not going anywhere.
All right. Kirk Cousins.
See, that's an interesting one because I think he could still go a little bit. Um, he might sit behind somebody.
I mean, I think he's a viable option over Jacoby Brissett if you're the Cardinals.
Yeah, but the Cardinals are also trying to tank. So
Yeah, yeah, but still, you can tank with Kirk. But like, I just find it fascinating that Jacoby Brissett is in the has a possibility to start again this year. Like,
he wasn't bad last year, actually. I didn't think he was too bad. I mean, he was better than Kyler was for a bit.
well, I mean,
Well,
Atlanta Atlanta's quarterback situation is absolutely fascinating. They should be studied.
well, yeah. I mean, the Atlanta might be tanking too. We just don't know it.
Yeah.
um, yeah. I mean,
So
there's a couple players still out there
Diggs
that
is
may take a while.
Diggs is still out there. Hill is still out there.
yeah,
Diggs
so
is
you have
going to
Jawan
fucking jail.
Jennings, Diggs, Debo, Keenan Allen,
Bobby Wagner's out there still trying to break Ray Lewis's record.
I would,
Dallas Goddard, Njoku.
Goddard's going back to the Eagles. We thought he was gone, but he's going to go back. No one's
yeah,
paying tight ends. The only tight end that got paid was Likely.
I
yeah.
mean, Sheed Walker, old false start. Jawan Taylor's
Oh
got cut.
Lord. I know Ladarius Sneed got cut today by the Titans, so that
He
was an
did.
interesting move.
Yeah,
And everybody's screaming that the Giants should be signing him.
Listen, I'll take Ladarius Sneed on a prove it deal. We already taken a swing on Greg Newsome.
I mean,
a lot
if
of edge
Caleb
rushers.
Downs if Caleb Downs' stock is truly plummeting, then you go in on Snead on a prove it deal and you move on to that next scenario of who you're drafting. Are if Sonny Styles gets there, you go get him, or you get that big ass guard from Penn State, like you said, like, you know,
Yeah, that guy's a monster. I
Just please. Just
he's
please, not Jeremiah Love. And listen, I love Jeremiah Love. He's probably the best player in this draft. We don't need a running back right now. Let Cam Scatterbo give himself CTE for 3 years. Like, I'm not interested in another superstar running back that's going to leave in 4 years. Like, this team is not ready to win the Super Bowl. Like, we need more pieces. Sorry. And I know John Harbaugh is old school and doesn't care about positional value. And, I'm a dumb idiot with a microphone. So, it is what it is. But I mean, other than that, that's kind of I mean, we could touch on the World Baseball Classic a little before we kind of wrap this up here if you guys want.
I mean, it's bottom of the ninth. Canada's up, and the U.S. is up 2 runs right now. So, and Mason Miller's on the mound.
You know what? Shout out to the guys on the World Baseball Classic for the US of A, sticking with it all the way and not half-assing it like Tariq Skubal, who only
Oh,
made one start and said, "I'm going to go back to the Detroit Tigers
what
camp."
a piece of shit! What a
What a
piece of shit!
loser! What a
Soft
loser
ass
thing.
baby shit.
So soft.
Okay, all right,
Everyone
right
else is
now, you
still
know what I
there.
want to do? I'm gonna salute our captain though,
Captain, my
because
captain.
Captain America, Aaron
I mean,
fucking
you,
Judge.
you can't call him Captain America when there's an actual like Paul Skeens who was in the Air Force Academy fucking throwing heat in a
Okay.
military uniform. Like,
He was in the Air Force Academy for a cup of coffee. We needed to chill out.
listen, he was flying fighter jets for a hot minute. So he is now my official like favorite player in the world.
Well, when he's a Yankee,
Well,
it'll
yeah, I was
be
about to say when he's a
fucking
Yankee in a few
phenomenal.
years, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, we could shit on the Yankees for a little bit because seeing Bryce Harper next to Aaron
Oh
Judge in the
my
dugout
God. Yeah,
just
because
makes me want to rip
they
my
are
hair
like
out.
they are thick as thieves because
Yeah, I
Aaron
bet.
Judge was like, "Hey, 2018, hey Bryce, come play for the
Yeah,
Yankees."
8 years ago, it's still Brian Cash. Brian Cashman should have been fired right then.
Should have been fired then.
Should have been fired. Like, yeah, they
We
weren't even
need
interested in bringing Harper in because they traded for Giancarlo Stanton. But like Harper
Mason
was
Miller
willing,
throw 102. Oh,
Bryce Harper was willing to play first base. He was begging. He was begging the Yankees to sign him to play first base because he loved Mickey Mantle. And Brian Cashman said, "We don't
nah.
need you. We don't need you. I'm too smart for this." And then once another Brian Cashman thing came out either today or yesterday, where he rips the rumor that Boone is just his puppet. He's like, oh, like dude,
He's
I
like this.
cannot.
Oh, Bruno.
Yeah, I cannot wait for this fucker to just get out of New York. Like, I cannot wait for him to leave. I
Which
want him
one?
gone before I want Hal gone. I need Brian Cashman gone out of the Yankees. Like, I need water. Like, just get him out,
There
please.
is there is true villains in New York sports.
I told you. Listen, that was my pick for villain of the year.
He is
The
he is
entire
number
It's not
one.
just him. It's not just him. You have Chris Drury in Madison Square Garden.
Oh
That
my
is
lord.
that is basically like the fucking
He's
Iceman.
one of the worst jams in all sports.
Was a hero. He was a hero, one of my favorite players. And now I hope he has a tragic accident. Like I hope a crane collapses in New York City or like a plate of glass falls off the side of the garden and slices him in half. Like he is the fucking devil. Like he just needs to go away.
The thoughts
What
and
he is
views expressed on this podcast.
no, fuck that. I hope he hears it. I hope somehow someone walks into his office tomorrow and be like, listen, you need to like look around before you exit the building because this kid might be throwing glass at you. I just like I hope a Final Destination style death happens to this fucking villain. Get here, perfect example, right? I know you guys aren't the hockey people here, but the Rangers have surprisingly won their last 3 games in overwhelming fashion. They scored 15 goals in 3 games. Right? So what happens? So JT Miller comes off the IR today. Gabe Peralt, who was one of the guys that was drafted, who's going to be the next guy, right? One of our up and coming young superstars, has been lighting it up. You know what Chris Drury does?
Sit
Goes,
him.
sit him. Might send him back down to the Hartford Wolfpack so we can get JT Miller back in the lineup.
Oh god.
All right, hang on. Shout out because we were not potting. We were on our break. Shout out to the U.S. men's hockey team.
Oh,
And the US women's hockey team when we were on
Yeah,
our off season.
yeah, we don't
yeah.
want to get canceled. Shout out,
I
baby.
don't
Shout,
fucking
shout,
care.
sh-
We're not sponsored
shout,
yet.
shout out to America. How about that?
Shout out to America and all the people that didn't like that we were happy about.
Shout out to America dominating Canada.
Yeah, fuck them. Take your phony free healthcare and shove it.
Well,
Anyway,
we're officially 1 out away from
moving on to the semis.
From beating Canada again.
beating Canada again.
Good. Fuck them.
Yeah, but it's murderer's row from here out. You either got to play fucking Italy
Dude,
again,
the
Dominican
Dominican
Republic.
Republic,
That team's ridiculous.
That team is
they run ruled them today.
ridiculous.
Yeah, they mercy ruled Korea.
They were like, all right, game's over.
Yeah, they mercy ruled them.
Because Yankees catcher Austin Wells hit a 3-run bomb and was like, all right, game's over. We're going home.
It's just not even fair. Like whoever allowed that team to show up, like that's like the bench warmers when they bring in like
All right, and also shout out to that Dominican team, but they interviewed our boy Juan Soto.
oh
And our boy Juan Soto again sending love letters to the New York Yankees.
Like,
and they were
like a guilted ex-girlfriend.
have you
So funny.
have you ever had this much fun on a team in your entire life? Well, I mean, the 2019 team was good, but the 2024 team, I had a lot of fun on that team. That was a fun team.
He'll be back.
I know he will be.
He'll be back.
And you know what?
Unfortunately, Judge will be way past his prime, but he'll be back.
yeah, a 38-year-old Aaron Judge is going to be out there DHing.
Yeah.
But,
A last gasp because he'll be ringless still.
well, listen, Giancarlo Stanton can't open up a can of pickles or open up a bag of chips, but he's belting homers.
He looks good this spring.
this
I got to give him
training.
credit. He looks really good this spring.
My man needs to just keep putting that Shaq Icy Hot on after every game and go sit in the cold plunge, stick his elbows in, and just wait till the postseason. I don't want to see Giancarlo Stanton pick up a baseball bat in the regular season.
Yeah,
How-
just go
How
sit-
about
go sit on a beach. We'll talk to you in September, dude.
yeah?
Yeah. How about let Spencer Jones play?
How about Spencer Jones is breaking windows on cars by hitting balls out of Steinbrenner Field.
Yeah. They sent him down to
Martian-
AAA and then he immediately hits 2 home runs.
decent. Martian looks decent. Like, I don't know. That seems pretty viable.
Yeah. You know who looked like shit? Trent Grisham.
He looks like dog shit.
He looks like dog shit this spring training.
You know who else looks like dog shit? Jazz Chisholm.
Well, because he had to take a break and go play for Great Britain. So
And but he couldn't hit himself out of a paper bag.
yeah. So listen, I don't care about Spencer Jones's strike rate. If he's hitting 40 bombs, I don't care if he strikes out 35,000 times.
Send him.
Yeah, he's better than Trent Grisham.
Yes.
He's probably better, or at least a comparable player to Trent Grisham, but his potential and his ceiling is so much higher.
And
So,
guess what? If you put him in center field next to Aaron Judge and right, I'm sure a little bit of the Aaron Judge is gonna rub off. You would imagine that playing next to the best player on planet Earth.
yeah, why that you think that would help a kid's development? Hey, listen, there's someone with your exact size right over there
Who bats 330 and hits
60 home runs.
Yeah. Averages 55 home
Don't
runs.
you
a
think it
year.
would be good for that kid's development to be out there with him every day? But no, we as Yankees, we need to make sure we care about service time and Trent Grisham. Well, we're paying Trent Grisham $22 million, so he can't sit on our bench. We're never winning, guys. We're never winning. We're just
Paying
not.
Trent Grisham $22 million
We're paying Trent
on a deal
Grisham
that we didn't think he was going to take.
that we didn't think he was going to take because we wanted a 3rd round pick instead of a 4th round pick. Shoot everyone in that stadium, please.
Well, I mean, just don't do it in 3 weeks when I have my New York or nowhere regalia on
Oh
with my
God,
Blue
you
Jays
customer. You sicken
being a
me.
consumer.
You sicken
Opening
me.
day.
You know it.
Disgusting. Horrible. I'm going to Mets games this year.
Oh,
No,
ooh,
you're
no,
not. You're
stop
yeah.
that.
Good luck going to Queens. That place that drives a shit.
Good luck to going to either city.
I mean, Yankee Stadium is only a 20-minute jaunt for me.
Well, that must be nice. But I'm not a customer, so fuck them.
These people on the top row here, customers,
That's absolutely just consumer.
consumers.
I'm on my screen, Rays on the bottom, but it is what it is.
All right, whatever.
Well, don't worry. I'll be sitting up there drinking my electric blue vodka lemonade with my chicken bucket, my garlic fries.
Oh, the garlic fried chicken bucket combo.
Unbeatable. It's
Oh,
All right,
there's no
everyone. Thank you so
comparison.
much for watching and
unbeatable.
listening.
$50 parking.
Sick.
Brand new $250 Michelin Ness throwback jersey with a new era fitted cap.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
I'll make sure me and my fiance go to Blue Claws games this year.
You do that. That's I
They'll
would
be
I
they'll
would
be more fun.
I would be way happier with you supporting the Phillies organization than the Mets. So
Wait, are the Blue Claws still a Phillies organization?
believe so.
Yes,
I thought
they're
it changed.
no, they're their single A team
Okay.
or
All right.
double A.
Well,
Are they double A? I don't remember. Either way, the Phillies care about winning, and so do the Mets. So
yeah, but the
um,
Yankees are still going to make the playoffs at the end of the year. We're still going to win the division.
no, we're not. The Blue
Yeah.
Jays are going to win the division.
No, they're not.
I mean, sure, but
I
anyway,
the Lakewood Blue Claws, or they're the
the
Jersey
Jersey Shore
Shore
Blue
Blue
Claws.
Claws. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
They
get
are
it
a
right.
high A affiliate of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Yeah, they used to be the double A team, and now they're the high A.
Well, there you go.
There you go. So love to see it, hate to see it. Going to be a horrible baseball season.
What? But just all right. What a start to the league year. The season opener for us on this
Our season premiere.
our the season premiere. That is it. I
This is
love
20
it.
this is 2026. So this pod started during COVID. So this is the season 6 premiere of Dog
Season
Talk
six
Sports.
premiere of Dog Talk Sports. I mean, what a way to just
What a way to kick it off.
what a way to kick it. All right, so let's hit our everybody with a very early prediction for your team
What for football?
for football.
Okay. Giants make the wild card.
10-6 wild card.
Raiders win 9 games.
Mm,
Spicy.
listen, if it all works out. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. They may not win 9 games with all those really C plus moves that they made.
Just awful, terrible, just bottom feeder, just
No impact. No
no.
real
It just
impact.
here's some money. Here, Walmart greeter. Here you go. Here you go. Like they didn't just revamp their entire defense.
Raiders go 7-9.
It would be an improvement.
It would be an improvement.
That would actually be a huge improvement.
It would be a massive improvement.
That is my official prediction. Mark it, say it, stamp it, 7-9.
Pretty
7-9. That's only 16 games.
7-10.
7-10.
Yeah, we're under the new rules here.
Sorry.
And yeah, so the Giants would be 10-7, not 10-6.
11-6.
Oh, wow. All right. Now Ray's trying to get a doggy right here.
And
for-
I will
for
stick. I will
both.
stick with my. I'll stick with my earlier prediction. If Jeremiah Love is at 5, the Giants will take him at 5.
Ooh.
And
Yeah,
him
this would
and
be fun if
him
we
and
could guess, but we know the Raiders are taking Fernando Mendoza.
yeah,
Imagine if they
Uh,
traded the first overall pick.
Imagine if the league decided to come out and say that the Raiders tam
The
tanked
trade
tanked on purpose, violating the league's antitrust, and they lose their first overall pick, and there's only 31 picks, and the Jets
tanked
pick
on
first overall.
tanked on purpose. What are you talking about? We sat Max Crosby because he needed knee surgery. Don't you remember the picture of him?
Oh Lord.
Tank.
And he failed a physical. So, boom, proof is in the pudding that his knee was fucked up.
Maybe it's all a big conspiracy. The Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens are in cahoots. Hey, we need to prove we didn't tank on purpose. We're gonna trade him, but you're gonna
You
trade him
know
back.
what? That's an interesting conspiracy theory. Maybe the NFL
So,
said, "Hey, pick one. You either
running
lose
a,
Max Crosby or you lose the number one pick."
on the flip side of that, so how we think it was the Ravens that pulled this big shaboozy on the league. I read that put your tinfoil hat on
Oh Lord.
that Tom Brady was like, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. We are going to send Max Crosby to the Ravens so that they don't have enough cap space to re-sign Linderbaum. Then we're going to go in and hammer Linderbaum with a massive $80 million contract, knowing that Max is going to fail his physical and we're going to get Max back anyway.
Oh boy.
On that note,
On that note, we're gonna wrap this up here. This was an excellent season 6 premiere.
Premiere
Um,
episode, T's and P's to the New York Jets fans, Dano and Nick. Just it's going to be a long season for
it'll be a
y'all.
long season. Hope that the
So
Yankees do good.
buckle up. Yankees are going to do good, but
Well,
we're going to
what you think
bitch
is good
and
and what I think is good is vastly different.
Yankees are
What
going to
what
make
I
the
think is good is expected.
all right. The Yankees are going to meet the minimum of expectations and then prove us right in the end.
Yep. And then no one will get fired. And then it'll be rinse and repeat. And
And
make sure you buy those chicken buckets.
we'll be back for opening day 2027.
When Aaron Judge is 35 and no longer can hit 50 home runs a year, it'll be
Oh,
fun.
no, stop that. That dude is going to hit 50 home runs until he's shriveled up and he's scooping balls at first base.
He'll be in the top 5 for most home runs ever, and just like Barry Bonds, ringless. Hate
Yeah,
to
but
see it.
at least he did it natty.
Well, when you're that huge, kind of helps.
But yeah, awesome episode. Great to be back. Like, subscribe. What are we at downloads wise?
I will check. I will check this evening when I'm scheduling everything. Next episode, I think will be because we're halfway through March. I think next episode we'll do a full MLB preview. Kind of preview the season. Talk about the Yankees at complete nauseum. I know
Oh yes,
everyone's
I
probably just
love it.
tired. Everyone's probably just tired of it.
No way.
They're probably tired of me.
The Yankees probably bring out the best content out of us because it's just so it's the one thing that we can all latch onto and just really
They're shit. So we'll do like a full preview, pick like division winners and MVP, Cy Young, crazy moves that might happen. Do like a
Aaron
whole
Aaron Judge
MLB.
MVP.
Oh yeah, that's so crazy. We'll do a whole like MLB focused episode. We'll get some baseball people in here. I know Rich wants to be on all the baseball episodes to talk about how his Mets actually care about winning, and that's the team to root for in New York. So let's get that rolling. I don't know when that will be because I know the World Baseball Classic has to end first before spring training can really kind of start to wrap up, I guess, a little bit.
Like
When
we're like 13 days away or some
yeah, we're only about, I was about to say, we're like 2 weeks out, right?
yeah, it's around the corner.
Okay, good. All right. Yeah. So we'll plan that and we'll make sure that that's solid. And that one should be fun. It'll be a little bit of a change of pace because not a whole lot will be going on in the football world because there'll be a little bit of a break. And then we have the draft in April.
Draft spectacular, baby.
Yep. Draft spectacular. Everyone's one of the key cornerstone episodes that we do every year. So that'll be fun. So we got some good stuff loading up here, and glad that our off season has ended, and we are back here for season 6, and we are very very close to 2,000 total downloads. So
Like Max Crosby said, we are back. Run that shit.
yep, agreed. Thank everyone for watching, listening, and we'll see y'all in the next one.